I think the first thing is don't defend the indefensible, because I think that happens, that as soon as you articulate what has happened in a mission context, people immediately want to go defensive and they want to defend the indefensible. And I think as Christians, we should just, I'm an evangelical and I know this thing and I share with my family and so on. And when they tell me of wrongs, etc., I just put up my hand and say, yeah, we didn't get it right. Christian community didn't get it right. We still don't get it right, and don't defend the indefensible. I think the other thing is when I shared how my brother saw me as an outsider once I became a Christian, because he said, you've sold out your faith, your culture, our immigrant status, first generation, all of those things. You're a complete outsider, you don't belong. And then I belonged to a support group where I actually found so much. So we were all from Hindu, Sikh, Muslim backgrounds. And then we started studying scripture, or our culture from a scriptural perspective. And we found so much of our culture affirmed in scripture. And in churches, we were just always hearing a diet of critique of our culture. But once we did that, we were actually able to say, well, actually, there's so much of Western culture which is simply not scriptural. Look at the family, look at the extended family, hospitality. None of that is scriptural. But we're actually far more scriptural than you lot. Sorry to use that kind of pejorative, but I think that gave me, if you like, the tools to say that actually I can be an Indian Christian, because that was a real kind of battle for me, because I thought the church was saying to me, you can't be an Indian and a Christian. You have to be, effectively, as my brother said, a coconut to be a Christian. And I was wrestling with, could I be an Indian and a Christian? And that dialogue with scripture actually brought so much richness. But I think it can't be a one-way street. So we have to then say, well, what is Western culture doing to critique itself from scripture? And if it doesn't do it, then do it for them. But the other thing I would say is the Western culture and Western mission for a long time has critiqued other cultures, but let the likes of myself and others like me come to an understanding of how we critique our culture. Don't do it for us. Don't impose your lens onto us. Let us come to our own understanding. So I think those are the kind of key things I would say. And I think moving forward, no culture is perfect. Even the text is culturally situated. So let's wrestle with it and say what is best in one another's culture to build kingdom culture is what I would kind of share.